Good morning, and this morning we're going for a very early ride, trying to get in before the weather starts. There's a weather warning for today for high temperatures, so it should be over 40 today. I'm hoping to nip in before that happens. It was a steaming night. It's about 26 degrees this morning at about 6:45, so there's a lot to do, so let's get on with it. Let's crack on. So I think today is going to be about conserving energy and trying to do this at a very, very steady pace. We've got about 1,200 meters of climbing, which is around 4,000 feet. It's a 65-kilometer route. Hold on, hate traffic. They just give you so much room here. It's really nice. Anyway, conserving energy. I haven't even told you where we're going. We're going up the Sierra de Llaberia, which is well, it's a bit of a climb, which, as you can see, has already started a couple of kilometers from home. I think it's 15 kilometers to the first shoulder where I can take a breather, and then there's another, I think, 7 kilometers to push onto the top. Looks like today's ride is going to be cut short somewhat. Got my old trouble back with the bottom bracket, the pedal's trying to come off, and I didn't bring my long-handled Allen key because for the last 2 rides it's been fine. Today it's decided it's going to try and come off, so I've got a tool with me, but other rides I've been having to retighten every 10 or 15 minutes. I haven't got the time for that today. It's going to be a 3-hour plus ride anyway. It would make it 3.5 or more, so well, I'll have to try this again another day. Well, I've decided to put my bottom bracket problem on a stopwatch, so if I can make it more than 15 minutes without having to tighten it up, I'll carry on. So we're up to 12. I can feel it getting loose, so I don't quite know what's going to happen. It's a pity, it's a beautiful morning. This is a very pretty town, but possibly the best thing about it is that every year they have a Correfoc fire run where a local team, and they have teams of them, dress up as devils, horns on stilts, cloaks, and on the ends of their swords and spears that they carry, they have fireworks. And the streets are absolutely packed, and these devils dance through the crowds to a whole troop of drums. It's a fantastic sight. There's yelling and shouting and the fireworks exploding, and then once in a while they get to a particular plaza where they've pre-installed lots of fireworks, and the devils move into the centre of these, and the whole thing is set off. Well, I've just gone past the last turning that I could have taken, so I'm past the point of no return, or at least I'm going to say it is. So we're at least going up to the colder patches. It's that. It's very irritating. This could be tricky. Which side? They want to stay on the... Let's go around the outside. Yeah, hello sheep. Are you goats? Yep, sheep. Come on, chop chop. Come on, coming by. Coming through. These ones aren't going to like it. Come on. Come on. That's it. Which way are you going? Directly in front. Why not? There's a long way to go. Oh, this is so much longer than I remember. It's really hard work, and now I'm beginning to worry about the climbs that I've got to do once I've turned round. Oh well. Here's Llaberia. No one lives here permanently. It's got its own solar power system for the entire village. It's got its own mobile phone transmitter right there on the town, and there are other villages around here which are struggling for survival in the face of depopulation, and the least they could do is try and get, you know, reasonable power and internet to them, just try and keep the younger people more interested. But no, they're going to bung it in here. Nothing to do with money, nothing at all. So it seems the more remote a village gets, the more myths and legends are attached to it. And this one's got quite a few. Well, there's loads. One of the interesting ones is that from time to time, riches are dug up from the local fields. That's because during the Carlist Wars, displaced rich people buried their valuables, and they intended to come back later and never did. So bracelets and rings and gold coins and silverware gets dug up in the fields around here. So hidden treasure. And the saint that's venerated around here is St. Bly, who's a patron saint of sore throats, because he cured a boy of what he was choking. They believed him dead. He was choking on a fish bone, and St. Bly, who was on his way to prison, stopped and managed to resuscitate this lad, and he's venerated for that. He had his head cut off later, but you know, kind of everything. In honour of St. Bly, they make St. Bly cakes, which are, well, surprisingly enough, are supposed to cure sore throats. And that's in the local town of Tabisa. Though why St. Bly is also the patron saint of footpaths is something that's completely beyond me. Llaberia is, of course, also haunted by dips. They were the vampire dogs I mentioned in Vampire Dog Ride. I've got a feeling they might have actually existed, not necessarily in their vampiric form, but certainly packs of dogs that would hunt down cattle. Whether they drank their blood or not, I've got no idea, but yeah, here, because it's mostly deserted, of course, it's haunted by them. But there are towns around here with dip in the title, and there's certainly plenty of coats of arms with these dogs on them as well. And the last myth, legend, is that the devil is incarcerated under a stone around here. He was attempting to leap across a ravine, and he caused an avalanche, and he's buried under this monumental slab of rock, and he's still there to this day. Cyclists up here this morning. I mean, it's a fabulous route. Just a bit surprised because it's a Thursday. Anyway, down we go. Well, yeah, all beasts, goats this time. hate this bit. You've done your climb, you're feeling all pleased with yourself for making it up, and then on the way back you've got this, I think it's 5, I've written it down before, I've spoken from this point before, it's something like 5 kilometers at 5 or 6%. It is a killer, and it's hot. Whew. I can see the wind turbines, that means it's the top, so hopefully another kilometre or 2 to go, and it's beautiful downhill all the way. That's weird, I'm actually catching up with some cyclists, which I think is a first. I have a question for you all. We're down to a very select band of brothers and sisters who watch these films. What do you think? Is it what you want? Do you want to see more of me suffering? My dad said there's too much descent, too many descents, whereas my wife really likes those. She likes around the corners. But what do you think? What do you want? More history? Less history? Less chat? Probably. I just think, look at this. Looks like the top, doesn't it? Yay! It isn't. It isn't the top. Anyway, if you've got any thoughts, chuck them in the comments. If you want a shout out, chuck them in the comments. Done a few already. It's like you're on the telly. Anyway, I'm nearly at the top of this. I don't. Oh, bloody hell. Can't talk and ride at the same time. I don't know why I try. I do it every time. I then spend about 5 minutes wheezing after I've talked to you. Anyway, if you've got any thoughts, pop them in the comments and I'll see what I can do. Thanks for watching.